welcome to the first ever video of the silly Sir Slime video type, which is a new format I'm making, which basically it's just normal videos, no lore, no acting, unlike my other stuff, which you should totally check out, by the way, please. These ones are just, silly. It's in the name. So, this specific video is about this world. As you can see, I am not in my usual world, Adava, but in a new world I made a few, a month ago or something, because I was bored and I couldn't work on the video because of some stuff that was coming up. And anyways, I started playing this world, and I have big plans with this world. Like, I want to do some big stuff, okay? Some big stuff. But right now, I have an iron farm, I have a cobblestone farm, a few other farms, a wood farm, but my entire storage is just these few basically unorganized chests. And if I want to do something big, I'm gonna need a storage system. Now, I could just build any normal storage system, or just a really big chest monster, but I'm feeling a little silly today. So, I have a quick side question that is, of course, totally irrelevant to the video and has nothing to do with the title. Don't look at it. The title, it's irrelevant, okay? It doesn't say, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. The question is, what was the tallest building on Earth for the longest time? Like, I'm not talking right now. I'm not talking yesterday or tomorrow. I'm talking which building was the tallest on Earth for the most amount of time. Put your guess in the comments, I guess. But now I will tell you, of course, the answer, because else my script doesn't work. So, the answer is, of course, the pyramids. The Great Pyramid. The one of Giza, of Khufu, or Cheops, or however you want to call them. I don't know, honestly, I've lost track. But this building, it's insanely big. I don't know if you know anything about it, but it's just insane. It was built 4,000 years ago. And, well, compared to technology of building today, they got nothing of that. Like, almost nothing back then. And you could wonder really how they did it. Many people wonder. Many. But I asked a different question. Could I build something like that? I'm talking in Minecraft. Of course, I'm not insane. Like, I'm not that insane. Like, I'm not gonna go out and build a gigantic 2 million cube pyramid. Like, I'm not crazy. Not like that, at least. But I am, in this video, going to build a gigantic quartz pyramid with my storage system inside of it, in my Minecraft Forever world. Let's go. So, this is what I've already prepared for the video. Just the base. Of course, right now I'm in my creative testing world. Of course, when I build it in my world, I'm gonna have it much more decorated. I'm gonna add much more stuff on the outside. But this is just a blueprint. Essentially, I just need it for the storage system, which is basically entirely my design. Obviously, I didn't invent this sorting system where you have 2 chests, double chest, hoppers, and then this thing. That is, I don't know who that. It's age old. It's been used like forever. But I made the minecart system. I sorted all the stuff myself. I made it. I made this. Second floor down here, floor up here, and all of that stuff. obviously, as you can see, this pyramid is completely full with blocks, which I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna do that in my world. Because that's a little much, you know, that's a little much for this project. So I'm just gonna fill around the stuff where I actually have something, you know. I don't need this down here to be filled. Like, what am I gonna use it for? But I can and probably will later be building other things in this pyramid. Like, I can imagine some farms in here. Like, imagine, I know I have a cobblestone farm, but like something else. I don't know, man. Just some farm. Like, even if it's just a generic mob farm, I could build it right here. And yeah. So, as I said, this is just a baseline design. I've made a schematic of it, which, I mean, this is why it's cased like this, framed like this. I have a schematic of it, which I'm gonna use for building. But I am also gonna add upon it in the real world. And I just want to show you something real quick. Okay, if we get this stick, right? This stick. This is Mathematica, yeah? I go into loaded schematics. I load a schematic. I load the storage pyramid, which is the schematic. I load it. My PC is starting to run hot. I go into here. Oh no, wait. Exactly. I go into schematic placement, configure material list. So if I ever fill this thing completely, I would need, what's this? Is 1.3 billion smooth quartz blocks. You know, if you know what I mean, I'm not gonna do that. But all of this other stuff, I am gonna need all of it. And as you can see, because it's a sorting system, we have tons of random one things. One light blue wool, one piston, one observer. But the real stuff we need basically is up here. A lot of redstone components, mainly a lot of chests, which is no problem. I have a wood farm. 69 blocks of gold, 65 blocks of emeralds, and 5 diamond blocks. Those are gonna be troublesome, but other than that, and I mean, I'm not gonna need all of those because I'm gonna make it hollow, but this thing does need a lot of quartz blocks alone for the outside, and a lot of them for the inside, which you can see nothing, I'm realizing. So it does need a lot, not as many as, not a billion, but a lot, probably like a few million. I'm gonna get like 2 million, just to be safe. So for that, I'm gonna need Piglin trading hall, farm. I don't know, man. Piglin bartering. You know how it goes. Let's just get to the real building part of this video. I'm excited. So, finally, we can get started on something. Actually, I have a bartering farm in mind. I have the tutorial pulled up and everything. Links are gonna be in the description, and I am gonna, you know, link everything, put it on screen, whatever. You're gonna see it when you watch the video. I can't because I'm not watching the video, I'm actually making it, and I'm recording, I'm not even editing yet. So, we need a lot of things for the farm itself, for the bartering farm. We're not even at the pyramid. Oh no. But we already need 6 stacks plus 28 blocks of glass. But you know, glass is easy, just get some sand from a desert or beach, and then you have the trusty old furnace. But 6 stacks is still a lot. And then tons of other stuff. Temporary blocks, chests, hoppers, scaffolding, all that jazz. Let's just get started on it with a fancy montage. Let's go. But then, tragedy struck. all the replays I made of building the gold farm, and a lot of the later ones sadly corrupted, shifting all the textures around and sometimes even becoming insanely laggy, unusable. Because of this, I can't show you the montage of collecting materials, and like I just said, because I simply can't make one, and I also can't make a time lapse of the build, which really makes me mad because it took so long and I put so much effort into it that just losing the replays like that makes me sad. There is, however, nothing I can do, so enjoy the rest of the video while I quickly skip forward until after the farm is done. First, a quick recap of what happened in the corrupted footage though. I built the gold farm, and then I was going to trade the gold I got from the farm with clerics to buy all the quartz I needed from villagers, which is an idea I got from the YouTuber as Johnny while watching him stream. I started doing that as well, but eventually came to the conclusion that a Piglin bartering farm, which is what I was originally planning to build anyways, would overall be faster because villagers have cooldowns on their trades and can only trade thrice per day in optimal conditions. So I went back to building the Piglin bartering farm, and after many hours of work, finally completed it. And that, dear viewer, is the point we'll be jumping back into. See you there. Okay, so, if you wanna check my XP count down there, that's 420 levels, exactly. I stopped using the farm a little earlier. I could have probably went further, but that's not the point. So yeah, this thing works beautifully. Look at them over there, even when I'm not there, dying, dropping their items, dropping the gold to these guys, and look at them, they're hard at work trading. By now, I have literally maxed out the first 3 items completely. I think we maxed out nether brick as well, we maxed out soul sand, leather, all the useless stuff. Quartz, the chest is almost empty because we have 7 shulker boxes full of the stuff. 7. That means 27 times 64, so that's 1728 quartz blocks alone, and that times 7 is 12,096. Still, by the way, not even close to if I were to fill the whole pyramid. Luckily, we're not doing that, just the outside. So I think I'm gonna take these with me, and I'm just gonna go and collect the rest, because there is actually some other stuff we need for the pyramid. Obviously we need a little bit of redstone for the storage system, some hoppers, some chests, all that stuff. I think I'm just gonna montage that, if I'm even, like, honestly, compared to the quartz, it's so little, I don't know if I even care enough. So, we're just gonna skip right ahead to building the pyramid. So, this probably only took like a minute at most of the video. Yeah, well, I've spent 2 weeks on building just this husk. It's an empty husk of a pyramid, but it is so darn impressive. I'm so proud of it. Look at him, he's so beautiful. So we have the inside and the outside, which was the goal. And it was a ton of work. Like, I spent 37 hours just building. Like, that's not even counting most of the AFK time. Like, that's just straight up 37 hours just for this gigantic empty husk of a pyramid. I mean, it looks kind of cool in here. It's kind of fancy. And this, I mean, what's gonna beat this pyramid? Like, this is so darn cool. I am actually so loving this. But to the storage system, right? Which is the actual point. So I gotta replace these signs for a white payload later. But this is basically how it goes. You just put your stuff in here. Like, let's say I put the torches in here. I'm not gonna, but let's pretend I did. And then I press this button. It gets going. And it drives over all of these chests, over all of the item filters. It filters and filters, and it also does down here. You can hear it in the background. And down here, where it's still empty, are gonna be the blocks that I'm gonna be sorting. Like, and then I can access back here where the filter is gonna be. Right? This thing here I'm gonna have to be very careful with. And this is my wood farm room, which was not planned, but because I needed to smelt all of the quartz, because it has to be smooth quartz, because I'm stupid or something, I needed wood, obviously, so I just made this room. And also, by the way, I have full netherite tools now, because I got bored of editing and just went netherite mining. I don't know why either. It's just a kind of a thing. I wanted to upgrade long ago, and now I have, so yeah. But basically, in German you would say Rohbau. Please translate that for me, the editor, which is also me. So this is only of the pyramid, right? The empty hull. It's not completed yet. Up here, I will have item frames on all of these for items that I'm manually sort because I don't need them that much, right? But they're still important, so they are in here. Then down here we are gonna have every possible like workbench, anvil and stuff, and of course the main storage. And down here it gets a little bit more specific, like sticky pistons. Right? We also have a furnace set up here, so I can just smelt stuff. And that's it. We can now, just to show you real quick, if we go back to the input, we can see it's back and it's here to stay. So I contemplated this next step a lot. First, I was thinking that this would be it for the video, right? This was the plan, just build the empty hole, and then the inside I would build next video. It would be a two-parter. Now, I am contemplating, because I mean, what have I really achieved? Like, okay, it's a big build. It looks hella sick already. It does need a lot of improvements, like, it's just absolutely empty. That's the entire point, right? It's just empty, because it's not done yet. And because I'm not gonna wanna fill this in, it's a million blocks, right? But I've thought about it, and I've decided that it would maybe be cooler if I complete this build first. And now it's getting night, and mobs are spawning. This is a big problem of the pyramid, but this zombie's out to get this husk. Anyways, I thought, let's let the community decide. You, the viewers. So, I'm gonna make a community poll on my YouTube. I'm gonna ask a few people to decide if they want a longer video later or a shorter, incomplete video now. Well, now means in like this weekend probably. So I'm gonna put up the poll and we're gonna see. We're gonna see what the people say. Let the people vote and let me sleep. They are all just absolutely missing their shots. So bad, low, get good. So yeah. I'm gonna put up the poll. I'm gonna run from the hacking leather jacket police that's after me. And we're gonna see you when the people have decided. The people have decided. And it's a decision by 75%. 75% voted for me taking my time. 25 against. I think that's pretty clear. So, material wise, obviously ignore these quartz blocks. Chests are done. Torch, it's a repeater, comparator, yeah, all these things are pretty much irrelevant. The real stuff we're gonna need to get in this part of the video is all of this. Like, we need 2 actually of all of these. 1 to place in the ground before the chest, and 1 to place in the filter. So I'm gonna have to get a lot of pretty much random items also. 5 blocks of diamonds. It's not gonna be too much of a hassle, but I'm more concerned about this one. Gonna have to get 2 of those, which is gonna be a grind. I am also gonna have to get 4 beacons, because this is gonna be a beacon. I'm gonna place it down in the world, very deep down, and I'm gonna replace these blocks with something they can shine through. Because if we quick check down here, obviously something is in the way here. Like, I can't really put my beacon in here, but I'm gonna put the beacon right on top of here, and it's gonna shine all the way through here, and I think it's gonna be hella sick. Like, imagine just a beacon beaming out of the pyramid, right? Then we also need some more decoration. Decoration is good. First of all, we need to complete those stairs, and we need to put them on every side. This side is pretty much done. This side has no stairs at all. And then this side also has none. But they're gonna get some. Then, as I said, the main part is gonna be all of this. And then, of course, this part of the room, where we have basically all the tables you can work with, right? After that, the only thing is up here. There's gonna be, well, the replay didn't save it, but actually here there's item frames all along, which I'm gonna have to check in my creative world what they were. But yeah, I think we should get started getting 2 of everything I need. Not really everything, but 2 of every block I sort in here. Plus these blocks, because I mean I can get them out of the way pretty easily. So, I have now gotten every material I'm sorting in here. Some of them were easy, like, I mean, just look behind me, sand, red sand, all that easy stuff. Some other ones, not so easy, but I must say, it is awesome seeing this now fully completed in here, and this whole section with all the bushy, woody kind of stuff, the plant stuff, this section with the ground materials, this section for everything that is nether related. Then we have down here with all the a little bit more special stuff. You can see the the skulk is kind of in the way here. Other than that, this thing, oh, the netherite block. It was a grind, it was mind-numbing, it was boring, but it did only take like 2.5 hours, so that's pretty good for like a netherite block. And now, the last thing I need to do, 2 last things actually. Up here, supposed to be item frames on these chests. Still need to get those. Need to set the filters back here. I have begun making the filter system just to test it working. Obviously I just put these slots I just block with an item that's renamed, so you know I never overfill or underfill the filters so they don't break. And in the first slot I put 1 of the item I want to sort. So I got myself a whole shulker box of sticking, and now I'm gonna do every single item filter in this entire build. It's gonna be probably another huge thing, but we'll make a montage, it'll be okay. I'll see you after this. I think the sorting system is done. And no, I absolutely didn't have to completely rebuild the way that items get inputted. No, how are you even getting that idea? It's not like the input completely changed. No, it was like this the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. This is insane. So, anyways, no matter how, but it does work now. I think I want to test some items right now, so I'm gonna test the bookshelves, the lantern, the soul lantern, the emeralds, the rails, the iron, the red mushroom, the white stained glass, and the white stained glass pane. And if everything works correctly, then we should get these white stained glass panes back. They shouldn't go anywhere in because there's no sorting space for them, but everything else should go. So if you just quickly nyom, 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 and nyom, it's very slow as you can see, but it's consistent, unlike the system I had before, which was a problem with that system. Oh, the white stained glass is in, the rails are coming in just now. You can also see the items on the minimap, which is really cool. How is this possible? Well, that's not good. That should work. Just need another hopper. And now this should be working. It definitely does work. It works. It's slow, but it works. So now, let's just finish this section up here. Something a little bit like this. So as you can see, we have some more items here, mostly like food related stuff and stuff I'm not gonna be getting stacks and stacks of, like trial keys. I'm not gonna be having that much of. And I think for the actual storage, this is it. So let's just add something here bridging to that. So, besides one thing, I think this pyramid is done. And this one thing is what I'm standing on. Because, you know, I would very much like to see a beacon coming out of this. Now, obviously, if you know anything about Minecraft, this is not a shape you can make a beacon out of, because it's not centered. So, we're gonna make 4 beacons. That means I need 12 wither skulls and need to fight the wither 4 times. Which, you know, the wither is not a challenge. Besides the first time I'm gonna do it legit, okay? Legit. So like actually on the surface with just this gear, not like in a tunnel or under the end platform. The other 3 I'm just gonna do under the end because it's just faster. And I have this rule that I need to fight the wither seriously once for the first time. So that's what we're gonna do. But other than that, it's all fair game. And then I'm gonna open this up and put the beacon like under here. Yeah, under here. This is all gonna be with glass. These blocks I don't know what I'm gonna do with. And let's go grind some wither skulls. Finally, 12 wither skulls. It took like 2 hours and 200 wither skeletons. So that's actually above average, because with looting 3, it's a chance of 5.5% to get a skull from each skeleton. So at 200 skeletons, you'd expect me to have exactly 11 skulls, but I have 12. So I mean, I'll take the extra, I guess. So now, let us go and prepare to fight my first wither. Get some golden apples, some obsidian. Let's find a spot for this fight. Something cinematic, something epic. Something like this cliff over here. Also, by the way, I have now got, as you can probably see, distant horizons, which is why I can see so far, and it's an epic mod. Like, it's actually end level mod, so to say, and it's just very cool. Especially, I'm just waiting to get a shot of this with distant horizons and shaders. Oh, it's gonna be incredible. Let's get the music started. Let's go. Oh my god. That was way more intense than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I got down to half or like one heart, I'm not sure, but multiple times. I have one apple left, my armor is basically dead, and holy moly, that was quite something, I must say. Oh, what an epic fight though, what an epic fight. Okay, so, mistakes. First of all, I should have gotten more arrows. Bow was pretty much useless. Second of all, I should have slept before, like I shouldn't have done it at the evening, right before mobs spawned everywhere. And I also probably should have, like, gotten more stuff even before. But I mean, it worked out. But anyways, I'm not gonna do that for the other 4. I just have the soul sand and the skulls here. I'm gonna go to the end, do it the quick way. I'll craft some beacons and set them up, and I'll see you then. So killing it under the end platform just absolutely did not work. I failed it 3 times. But I stacked up on gold apples and on arrows, as you can see, and then they were actually pretty easy to defeat. So now we have 4 nether stars, 12 obsidian, and all. Mojang! Fix your game! It's broken. What do you mean this doesn't work? Oh, come on. I have to go get more glass. Are you serious? Yes. Okay. Now, let us finally craft the beacons. Now, as you probably saw in my inventory, I already have the required materials for building this, the beacon blocks themselves. I just need some blue stained glass. I think light blue is gonna be the best for this. Some yellow. Actually, let's take all of that. And some lime. Already looking so good. Like, it's so fancy, and we don't even have the top in yet. And with those left, it creates this kind of cyan color. Which, I mean, this color, when I call my things slime and helmet, this is the color I'm imagining. This is the slime. And it just thundered because this is an epic moment. Because now I can officially proclaim the pyramid done. It's done. It's over. This project, which has dominated my life for 2.5 months now, it's finally over. It's done. I did it. And just for one last look, let's appreciate this with shaders. Holy moly. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers, I call this pyramid done. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I worked very hard on all of this for a long time, but you don't want to hear that. Let's just say goodbye. Other videos soon-ish, I guess. I hope. I'm trying, okay? I'm really trying. But life's hard. Life's busy. And, well, new videos will be out when they are out. Guess what? Next video, probably gonna be something on the server with my friends I'm on, and nothing big, just a quick small little thing. And other than that, goodbye. Sir Slime out. See you in the next one.